Hey everybody, good morning, it's Blue. I'm back again with Poptropica. This time I decided to go to Tangled Island, which for some reason I thought would be a nice short one. That is not the case. I recorded over an hour and a half of playing through just this island, so I've cut it down into maybe 2, maybe 3 parts, not really sure yet, we'll see. But the story, as you can see, is that a scientist created time travel and time travel machines. So when he went on vacation to celebrate, he left his lab under the care of these 2 assistants who managed to ruin everything, all the timelines, all of them. So our character has to go back and fix it. So I'm gonna power up this future machine and go see what I can do to help. Alright guys, our first stop is here with ourselves from 50 years in the future, and they give us the time travel device that allows you to hop between all the different time periods in the past and then back to the lab in the present. So I guess we get to keep the device after we save the island in the future. Not really sure how we kept it and didn't give it back to the scientist, this amazing technology, but whatever, it's cool. So I clicked on the most recent one, not really sure why, I just felt like that would be a good place to start, so let's see where that takes us. The first time period that we go to has this really beautiful snowy terrain, and I'd like to point out that there's a little bit more in terms of like the backgrounds and the animation and stuff than in the 24 karat one, and I'm not sure if that one they knew it would be shorter and it was more of an introductory level, but as you can see when we move forward, this one has it's almost like every level is a little bit of a puzzle, and I really like that. So Edmund Hillary needs his climbing goggles, and I'll need to find those in another time period and bring them back here when I'm done. But first I wanted to check the top section to see if I could find anything, and yes, I found a model of the Statue of Liberty. The very next place that I chose to go was Delphi, and now we're in ancient Greek times, and immediately we find out that their treasury was stolen from an item, a golden vase was taken, and we need to find it and bring it back. And also, we can't talk to the oracle until we do. So I don't think I'm gonna find their treasure here. I went and tried to talk to the oracle. She introduced herself, which was nice, and said that I can't have a prophecy until I make a donation. Alright, cool. I didn't find anything else there treasure-wise, which makes me think that that's probably the last place I'm supposed to go. And when I was looking back through my device, I recognized the most recent, or the second most recent time period was when they were building the Statue of Liberty. So I went there because I've already found the statuette, and I talked to the artist and gave it back to him. Again, as you can see, as soon as I give an item back to someone, my time compass, we'll call it, starts to glow green, but that doesn't mean that I've necessarily found everything on the level. So I hopped around, I went vertical, I climbed past the body of the Statue of Liberty. I decided to include in this recording a little bit more of me stopping to talk to the NPCs because they're a lot of fun. One thing I do wish is that they were more interactive, that they would say different things depending on what you completed, because basically the only ones that ever change are the people who you give the items back to. You know, they'll say thank you, but other than that, everyone gives you the same information before and after you complete a task. But that's okay, they're really helpful, and some of them have personalities, and it's pretty fun. When I found that notebook in the last time period, I knew right away that because it was full of sketches and leather bound that it had to be Leonardo da Vinci, because he's one of the most well-known creative minds of the past. So I found, I actually recognized the little illustration that they made. It was really cute and it had his beard and everything. So we're here in Da Vinci's workshop. It's really cool. I like how they stylized everything, and he gives us a prototype of basically like wings. So now we're Icarus flying toward the sun. I'm sure that will be helpful in the future. It is definitely helpful on this level, as without it you can't reach the little the medallion that you're trying to get to. As you can see, I chose the time period 1776 when the Declaration of Independence was being written, and the first thing I did was run straight into a porcupine, which annoyed me for a second until I realized that it's actually nice that there are more obstacles that have consequences in this island, and also, or set of islands, I guess, not really sure. But also, I don't have a health bar or anything. It's not super negative, it's just annoying enough that you need to avoid it. After consulting with our founding fathers, I realized that I came to this time period and didn't even have the document that I needed yet. So I poked around a little bit, went back outside, and then just like before, I made sure to climb the building to see what was up above, and sure enough, on the roof there was an item that I needed: salt rocks. To be honest with you, after this I kind of made a wild guess as to where I needed to go, and I got it wrong the first time, but I ended up in Viking land, which was fun. I didn't have the item that I needed for this map yet either, but again, from exploring, I managed to find something else that hopefully would be useful down the road. Our next destination was another wild guess. I kind of just picked it because it was right next to the Viking icon, but it turned out to be the place that I needed to go. So we're in the Mali Empire, and again there's enemies here. There's snakes that are out, but they don't really do that much to you. If you get caught by them, they just kind of bump into you, I guess, and throw you around. So I gave the salt rocks back to the fellow who was looking for them, and then I explored to the right, and I found another guy who was a documents trader. So when I talked to him, he had the Declaration of Independence, and I needed to solve a puzzle in order to win it from him. The puzzle was pretty fun. It was just a painting. Basically, it didn't take me very long to complete it all, and it was nice because they have this feature where when you get the right pieces next to one another, they automatically lock in so that you can't like scramble them across the board accidentally or lose track of your progress, which has happened in other games. So I really like the sort of minigame style of completion. Like, none of them are difficult or take incredibly long, but it seems to fit with the tasks that you're doing. So gets a thumbs up from me. Alright, thank you guys so much for coming and watching. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. Please leave a comment if you have a critique or there's something that you would like for me to do differently. As I said in the beginning, the recording for this was really long, so this one's going to be split into multiple parts. So I'll see you soon. Bye.